I roam over the morning, I have nothing. I roam over the year, the well ran dry. I roam over the face of someone chosen to arrive before I said goodbye. That was you, moving in the ordinary. That was you, speaking through a friend. That was you, rearranging what was broken. That was you, faithful to the end. Every sojourn I called lucky, every rescue I called chance, every narrow escape I called coincidence. I now recognize your hands. You were there in the doctor's words that saved me. You were there in the job I almost didn't take. You were there when the car stopped on the highway. You were there, for goodness sake, you were there. There is not a single chapter of my story that your fingerprints have failed to touch. There is not a single season of my journey where your care was ever not enough. You brought me here, you brought me through. Every mile of this road leads back to you. The care that found me at the very beginning is the care that will see me all the way through. It was the care that brought me this far. Every provision, every open door, every moment mercy met me in the middle of a battle I had never seen before. And see a trail of intervention. Every turning point was touched by something more. It was the care, the faithful, tireless care of a God who never once lost track of where I was. The care that brought me this far be the care that carries me forward. The same hand, the same love, the same God who has always been enough. I remember the morning I had nothing. I remember the year the well ran dry. I remember the face of someone chosen to arrive before I said goodbye. That was you, moving in the ordinary. That was you, speaking from a friend. That was you, rearranging what was broken. That was you, faithful to the end. Every provision I called lucky, every waltz filled poor chance, every narrow escape I called coincidence. I now recognize your hands. You were there in the doctor's words that saved me. You were there with a job I almost didn't take. You were there when the car stopped on the highway. You were there for goodness sake. You were there. There I saw a single chapter of my story that your storm fence I failed to touch. There I saw a single season of my all the way through. It was the care that brought me this far. Every provision, every open door, every moment mercy met me in the more of a battle I have never seen before. I look back and see a trail of men a ransom. Every turning point was touched by something more. It was the care, the faithful tireless care, where God fill walls, stones take away. Whereas the care that held me in the fire, the care that met me in the flood, the care that turned my worst into a witness, the care that covered me in love. There was the care that brought me this far. Will carry me, the same God, the same grace, the same love that never changes, carried me and carries me still. Carries me still. There are students what I built for, but there is something deep inside me that the shaking cannot touch at all. It is not the calm of easy living, not the peace of open doors. It is something far more ancient, something settled at the core. There are seasons with no clear horizon. There are seasons with no clear horizon. There are storms with no fixed end. There are losses that rewrite the story you had carefully penned. I have sat inside me unanswered. I have wept without a reason why, but beneath the weight of all the questions, something steady held its line. Not because the pain was absent, not because the road was clear, but because the one who made me never once released his grip from here. Before the morning found me broken, before the door closed in my face, before the season stripped me bare and left me in an unfamiliar place, I did not know that someone older than the very ground I stood upon had already drawn the map for us, had already written what would come. Not as punishment, not as accident, not as chaos without cause, but as chapters in a story written by a hand that never pauses. I have stood inside the wreckage of a plan that came undone. come apart before it had begun, and the enemy was certain he has stolen what was mine. But you cannot rob a person of what God had sealed outside of time. Every loss that looked like ending, every closed and bolted gate was a detour, not a defeat. Redirection never fades. Now the pieces I've been hoarding start to form a different frame, and the suffering I couldn't justify is beginning to make a claim on my testimony, on my future, on the person I've become. What I thought was interruption was the plan all along. Every wound was not a wasted year. Every wilderness prepared the ground. Every moment I thought God went silent was the moment He was writing it out. It was written in heaven before it I resorted what I built for, but there is something deep inside me that the shaking cannot touch at all. It is not the calm of easy living, not the peace of open doors. It is something far more ancient, something settled at the core. There are seasons with no clear horizon. There are storms with no fixed end. There are losses that rewrite the story you had carefully penned. I have sat inside the unanswered. I have wept without a reason why. But beneath the weight of all the questions, something steady held its line. Not because the pain was absent, not because the road was clear, but because the one who made me never once released his grip from here. There was a season I don't speak of, when the light inside went dim, when I couldn't find the language for the place that I was in. Every step felt like surrender, every breath a borrowed thing. I was too tired for believing, too far gone for anything. But something kept my heart from stopping, something held the thread in place, something stronger than my failing, something wearing mercy's face. I have walked through corridors awaiting, where the silence had no end, where the promises felt distant, like a letter never sent. I cried out, but heard no thunder, saw no parting of the sea, just the slow and steady movement of a God who carried me through the fog I could not navigate, through the fire I could not face, through the valley with no visible end. I was held by invisible grace. Now I look back at the pathway we cracked every storm, and I see the marks of someone who refused to let me go. In the places I was stumbling, there were arms beneath my fall. I was never once abandoned, I was carried through it all. When I couldn't see, He carried me, and not a single moment was unsaid. He carried me to everything I could not carry myself. I thought endurance was my doing, I thought survival was my will, but the truth is so much greater. It was you who held me still. You were breathing when I wasn't, you were trusting when I doubted, you were standing in a battle while I lay on the ground. And I rise now as a witness, not because I found my strength, but because you never left me. You were faithful to the end. You carried what I couldn't, you carried what I dropped, you carried every fragment of a faith I thought There were the seasons I don't speak of, when the light inside went dim, when I couldn't find the language for the place that I was in. Every step felt like surrender, every breath a borrowed thing. I was too tired for believing, too far gone for anything. But something kept my heart from stopping, something held the thread in place, something stronger than my failings, something wearing mercy's face. I have walked through corridors of waiting, where the silence had no end, where the promises felt distant, like a letter never sent. I cried out but heard no thunder, saw no parting of the sea, just the slow and steady movement of a God who carried me through the fog. I could not navigate through the fire, I could not face through the valley with no visible end. I was held by invisible grace. Carried me. I thought endurance was my doom, I thought survival was my will, but the truth is so much greater. It was you who held me still. You were grieving when I wasn't, you were trusting when I doubted, you were standing in the battle while I lay on the ground. And I rise now as a witness, not because I found my strength, but because you never left me. You were faithful to the end. You grew loud around me, and my peace began to fray. I could feel the storm assembling at the edges of my faith, but I found a place of shelter where the chaos couldn't reach. Underneath a love so ancient, wider, deeper than the sea. I am small, but I am covered. I am weak, but I am found. In the shadow of your presence, I am safe on holy ground. There are forces I can't know. There are battles I can't win. There are fears that rise like flood waters, pressing hard against my skin. I have watched the darkness gather, I have felt the fire near, but the ground beneath me never shifted once when you were here. Every arrow aimed against me, every scheme designed to fall, met a wall of holy fire that I never built at all. I was never meant to carry what your shoulders bore for me. I was never meant to conquer what you've already decreed. So I stopped my striving, stopped my running from the refuge that you are. You don't ask me to be fearless, you just ask me where you are. Under his wings I am not shaken, under his wings every fear is broken. In the middle of the storm, in the eye of every war, there is peace that cannot be taken. Under his wings I am covered. Under his wings. You are the shelter that never sleeps. You are the guardian of all I keep. You are the war the enemy fears. You are the calm that appears when I cannot see the morning. You already hold the dawn. When I think the fight is over, you remind me you fought on. I will not run from what is coming, I will run to where you are. Let the storm do what it's doing, I am underneath your arms. You cover me, you cover me. No where the weight outgrew my words. When I searched for something solid, and the ground beneath me curved, I did not know how I kept breathing through the seasons I can't name. But I made it through the darkness, and I'll never be the same. There were prayers that felt unanswered. There were tears no one else saw. There were nights I held to nothing, just the remnant of my faith. Every reason said surrender, every sign said give the ground, but a force I couldn't measure would not let me be let down. Now I trace back every moment where I should have hit the floor, and I find a trail of mercy I was too weak to see before. Every step that I caught stumbling was a hand that wouldn't leave. What I called the edge of breaking was the place where grace held me. It was the miracle that sustained me in silence, the unseen hand that kept me from the fall. When I had nothing left to stand on, something holy held it all. Oh, not the miracle I asked for, not the sign I thought I'd need, but the quiet, faithful presence was the greatest gift to me. It was the miracle, and I know I'm carrying me through. The miracle was never answered. Oh, the I see the miracle was you. There were mornings I could not rise. Before the prayer left my lips, your hand was moving through the mist. Before I knew what I would need, you were already planted planting seeds in the silence of my search. In the waiting that fell along, you were answering the questions I hadn't learned before. Carrying my burdens like the outcome depended on me, fighting battles in my own strength, blind to what I couldn't see. But while I wrestled with the darkness, while I questioned every sign, you were ordering my footsteps, moving mountains down the line. Now the veil is being lifted, and I see what was unseen. Every door I thought was closing was a door you meant to keep. Every wound became a witness, every loss became a door. I was not behind, I was being led to something more. Before I asked, he was already working. Before I called, his hand was moving first. What I thought was silence was a holy preparation. Every answer was already written in his word. He was in the detail, in the dark, in every moment, waving purpose through the waiting and the war. Before I asked, he was already there. Before I asked, he knew what I was made for. I will not lean on what I see, I will not limit what you can be. Greater is a God who goes before than any giant standing at the door. You knew my name before the world began. You wrote my story with a faithful hand. Every detail covered by your grace, every moment held inside your gaze. So I lay it down, every fear, every doubt. What I cannot figure out is already in your hands, already in your hands. Before I asked, he was already working. Before I called, his hand was moving first. What I thought was silence was a holy preparation. Every answer was already written, and his word, he was in the detail, in the dark, in every moment, waving purpose through the waiting and the war. Before I asked, he was already there. Before I asked, he knew what I was made for. He knew before I asked. He already knew. When the road ahead grew narrow and the light felt far away, could barely find the courage just to face another day. But you were there in every silence, in the stillness, in the dark, holding ground I couldn't see yet, standing guard around my heart. There were battles raging around me, unseen forces, weight of fear. I was reaching through the shadows, wondering if you could hear. But the storm was never stronger than the promise in your name. And the fight I thought I'd lost, Lord, you had already claimed. Now I see you looking backward, every moment, every door, every path that seemed like wilderness was covered by something more, something greater than my failing, something faithful, something sure. You were working in the waiting, you were winning in the war. I was kept by invisible hands in the places I could not stand. Every valley, every shadow I walked through was already under your command. I was held and I couldn't hold on, I was carried when my strength was gone. What looked like defeat became my testimony. Victory belongs to you alone. You go before me, you stand behind me. Your glory covers what my eyes can't see. But I am surrounded, your light surrounded. No weapon formed can shake what you decree. I will not fear the darkness, I will not fear the fight, for I am held by holy hands that never lose their grip on life. You were there when I was breaking, you were there before I knew every detail, every heartbeat, even there. It was you. Even then it was you. I was kept by invisible hand, places I could not stand. Every valley, every shadow I walked through was already under your command. I was held when I couldn't hold on, I was carried when my strength was gone. What looked like defeat became my testimony. Victory belongs to you alone. Victory belongs to you alone. You kept me through what I couldn't see. You kept me. Your hand was over me. Mm.